Hello, I'm Henry DeVillers, Product Specialist for B&G Electronics. In this video, we're going to go over the VCI #2 intercom for automobiles. Now, this is an intercom design where you have an automobile that is separated. It has a cab up front and a box or a cabin in the back. So what are we talking about? An ambulance, a bank truck that transports cash, an RV, it could be a school bus that has a separation, it could be a transit bus, a recreational vehicle that has a driver's portion but has people in the back. Lots of different applications for this product. This is the VCI #2. Don't confuse it with the LTR. We have another product that's in the same cabinetry, looks identical to it, but it operates off of 115 volts AC. This one is for 12 volt DC applications. The VCI-2 can be broken down into two modules. First of all, we have a module that fits up front in the cab of the vehicle close to the driver. In this particular module, you have a volume control, you have two lights that tells you when you're talking, tells you when the system is turned on, and then you have your push to talk module, which you can switch up and push to talk to the back. That is the front, which we'll go over in a little bit. Now let's flip it around, let's take a look at the back. There again, you have a couple of jacks there. You have one jack for voltage. This gives you 12 volts DC. It hooks up to your car voltage in the cabin. You only hook up voltage to this particular module, not the other one. Then it has the jack so that you can run voltage all the way back to the cabin, and also it's used to communicate. Okay, so let's listen to the module here in the cab of the VCI #2.
I'm inside of the box talking on the VCI-2 for B&G Electronics, and it's coming in nice and clear. It has a nice microphone. It can pick up inside the cab very clear.
The VCI-2 has a cabin module. This is what goes in the back. Let's say it's an ambulance. This is what you put in the box of the ambulance, the box of the bank truck. If you're running a limousine, this is what you put in the back of the limousine. Whatever your application, this is the portion that goes in the back. Now, this one has a few extra buttons. First of all, it has a loudspeaker, 7 watts, very easy to hear. Then on the front of it, it has 2 push-to-talk buttons, or 2 buttons. Then it has 2 lights, and it also has a volume control. So the volume control is pretty easy to understand. You crank it up until you can hear it. The LED lights, it has a red light, tells you that it's getting power. Remember, the power comes through the internet cable that goes from the front cab back to the cabin. Then it has a green light that shows you modulation, shows you that you're actually communicating coming through. Now, let's talk about the other push-to-talk buttons. There's one button that you switch from auto to manual. What is auto and what is manual? Okay, let's say you have a situation in the back of the ambulance and their hands are occupied, they're busy, they don't want to be reaching over and hitting the push-to-talk button every time. You leave it on auto. That way they can be working on their patient, they can talk back and forth, it's not a problem. Now, if they switch it from manual, what that does is now they have to put the push-to-talk button, but it also gives them privacy. Let's give you another scenario. Let's say you're putting this in a shuttle bus. You don't want your customers to have to sit there and push the button. You want to communicate with them, so you leave it in the auto mode. When they come on your bus, you can greet them, they can talk back to you, they don't have to push the push-to-talk button. Let's take a look at the back of the module that fits in the cabin. It's very simple. There's not any connectors except just one connector, and that is the connector for the computer. If you run it in there, you just plug it in. Doesn't need any power, doesn't need any speaker jack, doesn't need anything else. It's all there included.
Testing 1 2 3 4 3 2 1. Testing 1 2 3 4 3 2 1. Hello, this is the VCI #2. VCI #2.
So you got to hear the audio on the VCI-2 in the cab and also in the cabin. 7 watts, sounds real good, and this would work for most applications for an ambulance, a school bus, bank transit type vehicle, a limousine, many type applications. We also have other intercom systems. We have intercom systems that have multiple speakers. We have intercom systems designed for transit buses. If you have needs for other type of intercom systems, we invite you to go to our website or consult us, give us a call. We'll leave the number there. Call us up and ask us if we might have an application or if we can build an O.E.M product just for you. Thank you for watching our video on the VCI-2. I'm Henry DeVillers, Product Specialist for B&G Electronics.